Elias International School, situated at Okeodo, Alimosho, local government area of Lagos State, was established by engineer Dr. E.O. and Mrs. E.B. Dosumo on the 8th day of January 1989. The school opened with 7 pupils, 3 boys and 4 girls, and was headed by Mrs. Akombi, the first headmistress of Elias International School. She was ably supported by Mr. Adu and Mrs. Annie, who were the first set of teachers who started the institution. At the inception of Elias International School, many parents couldn't afford the basic fee, but due to Dr. and Mrs. Dosumo's passion for children and a profound yearning to raise a godly generation of young people, the couple decided to give a raise to some of the kids pro bono. Engineer Dosumo, an engineer turned educationist, single-handedly built the school from scratch to limited without the help of any contractor. The school is built on the virtues of discipline, diligence, integrity, creativity, and excellence, which has kept the institution in the best league for 3 decades. Elias International has since inception impacted knowledge and skills to boost the career of several young people that are lucky to pass through the institution. Therefore, the trustees, board of governors, and management team of the institution is constituted with reputable citizens from all walks of life. In January 1991, an annex of the institution was established at 5 Olashewu Street, Alimosho, with 6 pioneering pupils. Today, Elias International has grown tremendously into a large establishment with a sizable number of excellent teachers and students. Due to distinctive educational excellence that radiated the lives of graduates and impressed with the quality of the oral education given to children of Elias International, parents advised that a secondary arm should be established, which was established on January 4, 1993, with an intake of 34 pupils made of 15 boys and 19 girls, under the management of the former principal, Mr. Oyekomi Festus Fasasi, and 6 other members of the teaching staff. Some of the school ethic is to accord parents and guardians the maximum opportunity to give their wards an all-inclusive educational benefit that gives room for effective willpower to lead in all ramifications and endeavors of life. Secondly, is to ensure and nurture the children with the aim to give them a spiritual foundation that transcends the present. And lastly, to give a fertile background that enables a solid educational career. On October 28, 1997, Elias International School was given an approval to present candidates for the 1998 May-June Senior Secondary School Certificate Exam. However, the school had no candidate to present that year, as the pioneer students were still in their penultimate year of Senior Secondary School 2. Consequently, the school had to admit 12 candidates to test run the approval, thus graduating the first set of students who had 100% success in all subjects. The following year, the pioneer students graduated with excellent results, and since then, the school has graduated over 1,000 students who have distinguished themselves as reputable professionals in all endeavors of life. The vision of Elias International is to raise a generation of individuals who will be laureates in all spheres of human endeavors and committed to God and humanity. The mission of the school is also to provide quality education through world standard educational services, infrastructural and instructional materials, and well-seasoned staff spiced with high moral values. At Elias International, our core values are integrity, diligence, discipline, creativity, and excellence. At 30 years, Elias International School matches and still thriving in focus, innovation, and excellence. Hip, 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 hooray!
As a technical man, he tried, government gave him children, NDE, they call it by then, when, they finish school SAT, they cannot go to university. They gave them to him. They will give him many of the children. Parents are not ready to even take care of these children, to pay for their money. They learn out, about building. They learn about how to, be a secretary, home accounts, and everything. And yet, with all, when he went to the federal government for money, they would not give him as much as he did. So everything was serious. I said, Lord, something must be done. So I prayed. I said, Lord, what can we do? And the building is just about that small building outside there, and about 3 or 4 classrooms here. So I started to tell the Lord, what are we going to do? The Lord told me that it's the small children He wants us to raise, and that He will support the work. And the children are going to be great children. But for Christ's sake, that it is for Christ's sake. I said, okay. So I told him, he said, it is a very disciplined work, but the Lord will help us. So we prayed, and I start with Ambil, go about at Ekoro Road, down to Agbele, everywhere, distribute Ambil. And by the grace of God, we sat for about 4 children. who they are now great men and women by this time. They have been father and mothers. And we thank God that we can be alive to see the 38th of Elias International School, and for children that are great coming out of this school. Some of them did not pay, their parents, they are not able to carry it along, but the children, they come out and here they become great men and women. So that we are alive with what has happened from the start with my husband, with health. Oh, God is wonderful.
I said that we started with about four children. So there are a lot of prayer went to it so that we can expand and can grow numerically. With the prayer, God answered prayer, and all those publicity that we can do through the handbill, and mention it at that time. But God has been faithful, and along the line, we are able to succeed, and the glory of God is shining in the school.
Elias International School is a Christian school, and we've been using Christian principles to build the children. Our core values, which we term as DICE. We call it D-DICE, that is DDICE. And the first D is actually discipline, the second diligence, and then the I we have for integrity, and the C creativity, and E for excellence. We've been working on that for the past 30 years, and the Lord has been helping us. We don't play at all with these core values, because we believe that the principles that you build children with is what will take them out there and make them to stand out in the community where they found themselves. Apart from that, Elias as a word, the acronym is E for excellence again, for you to know the importance we have placed on that E for excellence. And then we have the word L for love. You know, in a Christian community, you cannot do without love. And again, when you're dealing with children, you know, you can help them. You can't do anything without loving them. So love is part of what we do here. We make love to be the major. We train them with love. We speak with them with love. We talk to them with love. We correct them in love. So that is part of what we value and what we stand for. Another is the word I. This time around, the I in Elias, which stands for our acronym, is actually industry. And you know, when you train children with that hard work, because industry is synonymous to hard work, labor, that's part of what we value. And that's part of what is making our children to sit for their examination even without looking left and right, because it's zero tolerance for malpractice. And our A is advancement. We look forward to a community where there's advancement. The children keep on advancing. And we thank God we have children who came into our school at the age of 2. Some of them have their own children now, and they are bringing their children to the school again. So, I mean, advancement is part of what we are known for. Yes. And then when you look at the last word, which is S, success. That's who we are. We advertise success. We make our children believe in success, because we believe that every child has the ability to succeed in life. The God we are serving is a God of success. And then we are the children, we have the heritage, we have the gene. Everything in us is all about success. So what we're doing in life, we kind of bring it out of the children and make them believe that they can succeed. And just like you said before, Elias actually produced the first female pilots over the years, and we have a lot of them on that line too. We have doctors, so it's part of our core value and what we stand for, the acronym of the school. These are things that have been building the children, making them to believe in themselves and to do well out there, and not to forget God, because our vision is raising laureates who will be able to do things out there in all spheres of human endeavors, and then serve God and humanity.
You know, when it comes to the thing that is real, we must face, challenges. Whenever on Friday, I used to tell them that there should be, Bible teaching. After nearly to the time of closing hour, we used to do that. Some parents find it difficult. They say, my children are Muslim, I will take them away, this and that. I said, no problem. It is school for Jesus. If you take your child, it's all right, the Lord will. If you like, let them. And some of the ideologists there too, they say they are Muslim. We are forcing them to, into Christianity. We don't argue with them. When it is time for that program, we ring the bell. Some of the children we went up, some will go, but later they are all gathered together. Those children are now great men and women, even standing in the Lord, some of them. So, and those theologians too, they are even boast of it, that their children are what they are because of the word of God,
Being pragmatic has been embedded in me. So, when I studied, I was civil and building engineering, and that is what we reflect in the school. And apart from that, there was a time in 1963, I was in Mayflower School, working in Mayflower School. Over there with Taisho learning, everything is practical and it's not theoretical. So you have to use your hand, which is difficult nowadays. Many of these students nowadays, whether secondary school, higher institution, you want to go into internet and social media, and they want to pattern themselves with the West, which has eroded our culture and has bastardized our own culture as well. They want to do things like that, and that has not helped them. Being practical, the building I studied as civil engineering, I was able to translate that into building the school without having no contractors. Even when I was over the years being infested with sickness, but with prayer, I was able to weather the storm. When we started, even in secondary school, with the intro tech, we make it practical. When we are having decking, they will come there, they will see the steel, cement, sand, water, we mix together with mixing machine, and when it comes to block making and so on. So it has translated into they are being practical in their life. As a result of this, we have even the first woman in aviation, pilots, yes. What's his name? That Simisola, the one that produces Simisola, the first woman.
The first female aviator, Simisola, in Nigeria, came from Elias here.
Yes, and it had very many doctors and so on. That is being practical.
And the fact is, when you see people who have passed through your school and then they do well out there, they get married, because sometimes they even invite us, we go there, we share them up, and then they have their own children and they feel that belonging, and they still feel like bringing their children to the school. It's exciting. It gives you confidence that you're doing it right. Because for a child that you have trained to still bring the child back to the school, now we have the next generation, third, fourth, fifth generation coming to the school. It's actually exciting, and it's something we are proud of. We love them. In fact, we love those students who have brought their children back to us, and we're doing our best to instill into them the culture that Elias have been known for over the years. Elias International School started like a mission school. So people believe that we don't have to pay school fees and things like that. The fees were so low, and so you want to do something big, you want to do some fantastic things, and then you're not getting the right fees to do it. But along the line, God has been so faithful, and then we've been able to put in the standard that we really want. I think I will give the glory back to God for the challenges that we've been able to overcome, the hurdles that we've been able to jump over, and then we are still strong. I thank God for the teachers we have in Elias, well groomed and very dedicated, developing themselves every time. But over there for many schools, I want to say that the universities throw out some teachers that are not capable. And then, they come in and you're like, what is this? But except teachers that are determined to work hard, go for conferences and develop themselves. And that's the caliber we have in Elias. I think that's one of the best things we can say God has given us, good teachers.
Discipline, very, very important. Character that can be able to mold them and be able to know, to have boldness of themselves to do things. Courage to do things by themselves, and to have focus and have determination that this is where we want to go and we will succeed. So we thank God that we are able to impart that into them, that they will be able to have boldness of themselves and have focus and discipline and good character that will make them to become what they ought to be after leaving this place. Some of the parents will go to the exam hall to help their children to write the exam. Those are the things that cause a lot of problem to these children of ours. It's from we parents. If we can live a rightful life before them, they see something to copy and they build up by that. It's from home too, and in the school. Recently I told my daughter that he should try to slot in the curriculum, to teach the children moral again. That is, moral will never die, and it has a good gift that it gives to people. When children have moral, it will lead them to anywhere good in this world, and it can make them to become what the good life God wants them to become, because children lack moral nowadays, and that is why, and they love easy, what they want now to get it, and that's what is causing our problem. They don't know that you have to struggle and get things before you get it. It's not just as easy like that. So when your child asks for 300 naira and you don't have the power, you tell that child, look, this is the little money I have, and this is the little one I can give you. You can use it and it will help you whatever you want to do. That child. But when a child asks about 500,000 and you go right inside and give that child, you don't even know what did you want to use even the money for. You just give out the money. Those are the things that help not helping us in this country.
Our teachers work hard, to ensure that these children are well taught, so they have the confidence to sit down. So automatically, when they are well taught, there's no reason for the child to say, I want to go and cheat or whatever, because the confidence is there. So we walk the talk. We try as much as possible to ensure that the children are well trained. Yes, well trained. So already many of them are not thinking of cheating. I'll say many of them. Some of them will still like, maybe there's a way out. But when the exam comes and we are like, we stand on our toes and we don't allow it, everybody cooperates and then we move on. So it's all about principle and standing by what you want to stand for, standing by your principle. So it's working. We don't allow it. We don't cheat. We don't pay examiners. We don't do that. And our teachers don't enter the examination hall to pass papers and things like that. We don't have time for that. So, and God has been helping us. We've been producing wonderful results, distinctions.
What I have for the parents is that they should have, mind to make sure to help their children to be able to fulfill their destiny. The schools only cannot do everything. There is something God has sent these children to come to this world to do. So they should help them to be able to get their vision and to have the focus. What the schools are trying to do, they should not pull the children back. They should continue to follow up their children and be able to help them and live a rightful life before them, because these children are learning from the parents. So when if they can be able to do that at their old age, they'll be able to sit down and begin to praise God, because they will see these children do good, because what they have planted in them, when the power is there for them, it is that the children will return back to them.
Thriving at 30. And the message I have for everyone is thriving means to progress. Thriving means to advance, to keep moving, to keep succeeding. So I want to say to the world out there, both parents and alumni, my wish for you is to continue thriving, either at 30, 40. Just continue to thrive, progress, succeed, advance, no stagnancy. And to achieve that, you need God, you need hard work, and then you need to know that it's possible. So I want to say, lastly, be happy, be joyful. Whatever state you might find yourself now, God is still in charge. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Keep moving, but never stop, and then you will succeed, and we will definitely see each other at the top.
I only pray for them, the one past, the one present, and the one to come. And the good Lord will continue to share His blessings on all of them in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
And that will give them, He will rain from heavens success, breakthrough, long life for them and their parents in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Their education will be brilliant and successful in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And they will have their life and life more abundance in Jesus' name.
Good day, my name is Oguntade Abidin. I am alumni member of this great citadel of academic learning, Elias International Secondary School. I graduated 2010. When I was in school, I was an introvert, but I do socialize like an extrovert. And then I was a very good athlete. I engaged in a lot of sport activities. And being the person I am today, all generated from my experience and my stay in Elias International Secondary School, hardworking, dedication, commitment, not procrastinate, were part of the things I learned when I was in Elias International Secondary School. I remember then when we went for an excursion to see Pentecostal, and the things they said was, he emphasized was think big, and he wrote the book as well. So my advice for the younger ones out there, take your book serious. The things the person you become tomorrow actually start from the things you learn from school, and try as much as possible not to engage in drugs, sexual immoralities that will actually tarnish your image of the school, image of your parent. Never give up, always do the right thing, and always continue to more.
My name is Olabisi Fabumi, product of Elias 2000. I finished from Elias and I went ahead to Olabisi University to have my degree in mass communication, also to the Nigerian State Public Relations to have my professional degree. But today I'm a proud entrepreneur. Elias School has a great impact on my life. Where I was in school, I happened to be one of the school newscaster, and that really motivated me to go into communication industry. I would like to say to the students in school right now, they should have to be themselves. Time wait for nobody. Let them develop their inner skill and work hard on their in life. I would like to say a big congratulations to the school. 30 years is not a joke. Congratulations, Elias. God bless Nigeria. God bless Elias School.
Hello, my name is Testimonials. I finished from Elias International Secondary School in the year 2010, and one could say I'm a bona fide student of Elias School since I started right from my nursery, then to primary and then secondary, where I finished as a science student. I was one of the prefects and precisely a library prefect. One might think one might be limited as a student when all throughout your years as they are growing up you just stayed in one school. But I tell you it's not so, because it really built me up educationally, spiritually, intellectually, mentally, psychologically, and in every other area as a girl child. And I would advise the current students of the school to work hard and listen closely to their teachers and listen to advices from their parents. They should not be nonchalant, and they should not ever exhibit any form of laziness, as these could affect them as they move on to other phases of their life. So I would advise for you to work hard, as I have said, and be confident in yourself, and believe also in yourself.
Hello, good day. My name is Chibere Michael. I'm a final year medical student of the University of Lagos, and I'm also an alumnus of Elias International School. Yeah, so I was the senior prefect for set 2013. What did I learn from Elias? What did I pick up as a student there? I'll say discipline. A lot of decisions I had to make at different stages in my life. I can think back to the way I was brought up and the way I was trained in Elias, helping me to right decisions. Then to students, current students of Elias National School, I feel like you guys should have fun, do everything in moderation, and then most importantly, know what you want, never settle for less, chase your goals. It doesn't stop, just keep going.
Hello everybody, my name is Tetefio Precious. I'm a great alumnus of this great citadel of learning, Elias International School. I was a library prefect during my time. I graduated in the year 2012-2013, and I was in the science department. I was a science student. Elias International School has helped me with so many things. It has helped me to be who I am today. It has helped me in my spiritual life. It has helped me in my physical life. It has helped me in my moral life, and it has made me outstanding in everywhere I go today. And I'm proud to be a laboratory scientist in one of the biggest hospitals in Accra City in Ghana. And I would advise you that whatever they are teaching you in the school, whatever you are learning in the school, please take it very well, very serious, and make sure you put God at the center of everything. Because I learned in earlier school that we should put God at the center of everything in our life. And I'm sure when you put God at the center of everything in your life and you read your book, you study hard, you definitely go higher places.
Hello, Elias International School. My name is Mojisola Kodri. I finished from Elias in the year 2008. While I was in school, I was a social prefect, and then I equally served as the secretary of my club, which was Literary and Debating Club. Presently, I work in a school. I'm a teacher. I work with Green Spring School Anthony to be precise. Well, graduating from Elias International School, I can't even start mentioning what Elias has done in my life. Part of what I am today is as a result of where I started from. I started Elias School when I was in primary 1, and so I spent nothing less than 6 plus 6, 12 years in Elias School. So Elias International School has really helped me in my communication skills. I am courageous, I can face anything. Elias International School also brought out the leadership skills in me. I can't even believe I can do some things I'm doing right now. But then, we usually get inspirations on the assembly ground. We're all equally told all the time that we can do anything we put our minds to do. And there was something we usually recite. We call it, now I'm trying to remember. Education kills the light of diseases, ignorance, superstition, fear and poverty. Don't give up studies, aspire the zenith, bag the certificate first, then the enviable jobs later. Something Francis Bacon summarized the need of education. Knowledge is light, so no kid will study and come up the bias today. Yeah, I think I tried. Yes, so my advice for people that are still in school, I want to first congratulate you that you're in a very good school, a school that's going to help you develop yourself and become who you want to become in the future. I believe so much in Elias International School and I believe in their products, so I would like to encourage you to put in your best in anything you do. Never give up yourself, have a resilient spirit, always strive for accuracy, and at every point in life you should persist even though it doesn't look like it now. The point is one day you're going to achieve your dreams. Presently I can't say that I'm very, very, very wealthy, but the truth is I am comfortable, I am happy, and I thank God for the grace. So don't give up. I wish you the very best.
You all, I'm Riley Samuel Elias, and it's such a great privilege and an honor to do a video to mark the 30th anniversary of Elias. Indeed, Elias have come a long way. I was in the 2003-2004 set and graduated in 2009. I have so much good memories about Elias. From the teachers, to the administrator, to the director, and Elias in general. And 2 minutes will not just be enough. I would highlight a few anyway. From a very young age, I was taught how to be responsible. I was the then timekeeper of school 2 and just the early class of GS3, and that even continued to the school 1 that we now have, the present Elias. I remember being sponsored, a group of prefects being sponsored for a seminar where when Cassim, the great neurosurgeon, was present. This is to show how Elias, what length Elias would go to improve on their students. We were very active in debating, so I learned how to be, how to face the crowd, how to be vocal. Also, I was privileged to be the senior prefect of my set. At the time, I was also the president of the Red Cross Society. So you see that Elias will engage you. Very, very importantly, you will know about God in Elias, whether you like it or not. That core value is very essential in Elias, and I believe they still impact it into their students. I would like to advise the present students to put God first. Love God, very important. Please study hard so that you make your parents proud because they've invested a lot in your academics. Also your teachers, because they are doing everything within their power to make you someone worthwhile in future. Once again, happy 30th anniversary to Elias. Greater height in Jesus' name.
Hello, my name is Elias International, and I am a proud alumnus of Elias International Secondary School. I graduated from Elias in 2008. I was in the arts department. At some point, I was vice president of Literary and Debating Club. That club, let me tell you something, did a great job in my life. It groomed me for public speaking. I remember last year when I was on a movie set, they were like, have you acted before? I said, no. In my mind, I knew it was early. I was doing something in my body. Do you understand? At some point, I was also the game prefect, and you can see forever fit. Okay, okay, now what has Elias done in my life? Elias brought me to the knowledge of Christ, the love of God and all that. Elias now, church things and all that. But I'm proud of Elias. Elias gave me the gift of friendship. Those who graduated together, we are still in touch, most of them, and they are doing well in their various disciplines. They are good friends, career pushers, career helpers. So I would advise you people, the young ones, let me tell you something, you've not made the wrong choice. In fact, you've made the best choice. You are in the right place. I want you to know that I graduated from Ahmadu Bello University Zaria in 2014, and presently I'm a master's student of University of Lagos. Yeah, University of First Choice and all that. I can't wait to be part of the anniversary. 30 years! Oh my God! And yes, I thank you for the opportunity. You are great people. The administrator, the director, you still remember people like us. Oh man, I throw a salute. So I can't wait to meet my friends, my seniors, the young ones, and encourage each other and connect. Yes.